Everybody, welcome back. This isn't another analysis of a specific daily bundle, but there's a lot of talk about the monetization in this game, and is this the best way for the game to be monetized? We're going to be talking about that, some potential solutions and ways that the game can be monetized, maybe better. We'd love to hear from you on what your thoughts are below in the comments. Let me know what you think about any ideas we throw out there or ones that we didn't bring up that you think are great. What's the reasoning behind Second Dinner giving us all these random bundles? I think there is an actual method to this madness. I do want to look at it a little bit and let me know what your thoughts are there as well. So let's get into it. Why is monetization changing? What is going on with these bundles? If you're not aware, I have a spreadsheet that I've been tracking these since I've started playing. I'm a newer player, so I've only got back to the fireworks bundle, the festival fireworks, which I think is probably, and that's the, if you're unaware, that's the Jubilee one where they had 500 credits, 500 gold, some boosters, a variant, and an avatar. And they sold that for $5. Think about that right now, right? I mean, compared to what we're seeing in game, I mean, that's a $23 value versus some of the other stuff that we're getting in game right now, which we're not digging. Now, I think this, if I had to, and this was a 78% discount according to their base pricing. Everybody sort of universally looked at that as a great, fantastic offer. And I'm guessing the metrics behind it showed, wow, this is really something that everybody's going to buy. So let's call that the ceiling. Now I think what they're trying to do with all of these other daily bundles that we've got, and we've only gotten these 3 so far. We'll talk about the other ones in a second. I think they're trying to figure out what the floor is. They're trying to see what are people willing to spend on, like what's the least we can give. This is 100% speculation on my part, but the bundles and the way they're doing it, it just reads to me as we need to figure out what our community is really willing to do here. They sent out the survey asking what we'd be willing to spend on, currencies we think are the most important, how valuable we would be, or what would make us incentivized to spend on an avatar or title. They're trying to figure this out. It's clear. We've gotten these bundles that are, I think we've all pretty much agreed that they're garbage, trash, if you will. We don't like the 10, 5, $20 ones. And then I started looking and I was like, this is interesting. The one we're going to get tomorrow is also 625 credits, which is the same amount we got before, but it has 65 boosters in it. And it costs the same. And I'm going, it's literally the same offer, but they're adding boosters to it and it costs the same. So the other one had no boosters. This one has the same amount of credits, but has boosters. So what that will do is that gives them 2 samples of, all right, we had one with boosters and one without. How many people bought the one with boosters that didn't buy the other one? That helps them place a value on boosters. If you look at the other ones, we've got tokens, credits, gold. We've got token, credits, gold, and it's got different amounts. It's not quite halved, but the value is halved. So now they're playing around with the values and they're going, okay, if we over double the amount of tokens, can we double cost of the offer? All right, but only add a little bit of credits, a little bit of gold. What does that do? And then they've got these few that are coming. I already mentioned the one, the boosters. And then we've got these other 2 coming. There's a $5 one and a $10 one. 500 credit with a mystery variant, a 400 token, 100 credit, 100 gold mystery variant. So they're now taking it where we had the offers before where we had tokens, credits, and gold, and we had one with just credits. Now they're adding a mystery variant to it. And they're keeping them at a $5 to $10 range. So they're now looking at all the different things they can sort of give us in game, giving them different price points and seeing where we spend. Where is the community willing to spend? And I will say, looking at the ones with a variant in it, I'm a little bit more willing to spend on that. Not gonna lie. Are you? Let me know in the comments below for sure. So I firmly believe that they are looking at their monetization model and trying to figure out, all right, the festival fireworks offer, which we had, which was in-game base pricing or discount of about 78%. They're like, this is just gonna sell to everybody. Everybody's gonna buy it. So don't give any more than this to anybody. Now let's figure out the floor. What are people willing to not buy? How little can we put in something and how much, what's the most we can charge for that? I think that's what they're doing here. I firmly believe that. I could be wrong, but I want to believe that Second Dinner, this Ben Brode who had the, discussion where he's like, we don't want to have a game that's just about, pay to win. There's ways to make up time, but we really want you to experience it. And it's a collection game and all these things. I want to truly believe that at the heart and base of the game, that's what they want to do. Because I think that's cool. I think that's fun. And at the same time, I also want to speak to allowing them and wanting them to make money in the game. There's stuff on Reddit I see where people were criticizing the offers because they're just digital assets. Yes, I understand that point, but the game is not free to make. It's free to play. They have to pay all their employees. They have to pay the licensing fees. They have to pay the infrastructure for everything they do. They need money for that. And if none of us pay to play the game, this game won't exist. So they have to make money. So I'm absolutely good with them making money. And I'd love for it to be where it's like, are there certain things that Kraken whales can get that they'll always want to buy and have and all the things? And there's stuff that maybe a whale or a dolphin or a minnow will want to spend a little bit, $5 here, $10 here. And then at the same time, free to play, maybe you can just through playing still compete and or catch up over a certain amount of time. That's the ultimate balance. And I want to believe for now that Second Dinner is really looking to do that. So when we look at these, what are the offers that you think that you're willing to buy? I know me personally, I wasn't touching any of these. These first three, not touching any of them where it was just 5, 10, 20 bucks and it's just the tokens, credits, and some gold. Even the one where 625 credits and 65 boosters, which is coming tomorrow. No, but once they start talking some variants in here, I am interested in it. I'm not going to lie. I think that is something that they could really sort of capitalize on. It might be just me, but I love that. But before we move to what I think is going to be the ultimate solution for this, I want to talk generally about these offers. What are the solutions for this in your mind, in my mind? Comment below if you've got your solutions. I'd love to hear them. My personal solution is you need offers closer to festival fireworks. I think you need more of these. You can tone it down a little bit from this, but this is where you want to sort of land if you are Second Dinner to be able to sell things. There are so many different cards you can add to the game, variants you can add to the game. You can do this stuff all day long. And climbing the ladder, I mean, there's only the one person who hit the top of the ladder. I can't even imagine what the tip top is and how much that cost. There's only 2 people who've bought and gotten every variant in the game. Okay, like I want those people to stick around and not get bored because they're the key foundations to supporting this game. And I thank you for those who have done that. I appreciate it. So how do we get the rest of us, or the minnows and the whales, to spend a little bit? You really want to look at these offers that sort of like positively charged was 8,000 gold. That was only an 11-12% discount. I think I ended up personally buying that one, but mainly because I really needed some credits at the time. And I just wanted to be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to drop $100 on the game because I want to try to make some time up with credits. Now, I don't think that's a great buy, but it's something I could do. Now, a lot of these other ones, I didn't. Birth Pool, that was one I did buy. Collector's tokens, good amount of credits. But more importantly for me, I didn't have Deadpool. So it gave me a card I didn't have. That was a big deal. It was a 37% discount. It helped. These more magics and the Momoko bundles, I absolutely thought those were great. 900 gold, 20 bucks. I just think that they're worth it. The variant for Mystique on the Momoko bundle, great. And I'm getting credits and gold. And it was a good amount of it too. It wasn't like a small. I'm like, okay, so if we're looking at things like that, 1,500 gold in game, that's what is that? It's 20 bucks. So the offer itself is basically free for other things. You're like, well, shoot, the gold. And this is the answer for some of these offers. If I look in game and I see the gold, I get 1,500 gold and it's 20 bucks in game, just at the base pricing. And then what I'm specifically talking about is this sort of cost. If that's, when we analyze whatever it is, and then you go back to the offers and have that amount of gold or close to it and equal the similar amount of dollars. But here they added some credits. They added boosters, a variant, and an avatar. It's a no-brainer to buy. Like, obviously, you want to do that. It's a large discount, but you want people to buy those. Those are out there. And then you start getting to the rivalry weeks where you just don't have really good avatars. It's a smaller discount. There's a special offer, which I thought was pretty good. I think I ended up pulling the trigger on that one. 700 gold. Those are decent offers. 700 golden games, 10 bucks. All right, this is all solid. These are the things that I think they need to do. So when they're looking at these daily bundles, I get, and I said this in the other video, this 625 credits, this was meant to mimic something that I know I've been asking for, and I know others have probably asked for too, is it mimic this pro bundle, where it was this bundle, but broken up. So it's basically a 20th of the credits and a 20th of the cost. But in this bundle, you also get a boatload of boosters, which make a big deal. They didn't factor that in at all. I think when they're doing this specific bundle for things at 625 credits for $5, you need to double, triple the amounts of credits for that for $5 easily, or half the, either way you do it, it's got to make sense. Like, I don't even know if I'd pay $2 for 625 credits, but I'd consider spending $5 for 1,500, 2,000 credits. That I would consider for, because that helps me make up some ground. So, just playing for free any day, you get 942 credits every day you play. So when you're talking about this pricing, what's my day worth, right? So I want, if I'm going to spend $5, you need to give me 2 or 3 days worth of credits in game to me. That's the concept as far as making the deals and offers better. Add variance to it. Give me more credits for what I'm paying for. Those, I mean, again, you're going to get so much trash on that collection ladder that the credit value isn't, you got to give me a whole bunch of them to get me to spend money. Tokens, they're still valuable. We get a little bit more in game, but at the same time, you can only get Series 4 and Series 5 cards with them now. I think that actually lowers the value of tokens. That's, I think, a mistake on Second Dinner's part by removing the Series 3 buys, but that's their call. Appreciate the free one, but I think it lowers the value of tokens just a little bit. Now, the reason I say they're still valuable, though, is because eventually you need so many of them to get the new cards, but the climb to get there is substantial. So now someone like myself who's got a collection level of 2,200, I need so many tokens. It's like, well, you know, 200, 400, even 1,000 tokens doesn't move the dial for me at all. And the value, this Throg offer that's coming up here, it's 7,000 gold for 3,000 collector tokens. If this didn't have all of these credits and an avatar that I really like attached to it, I don't know if I'd even consider this, because 3,000 tokens, while it's nice, it's only one Series 4 card, and you know, 7,000 gold in game. I mean, that what is that here? That is a price of $116. Am I willing to spend $116 for basically some credits and tokens and all that? I don't know. It's tough. All right, so the final piece of this that I want to throw out there is what I believe to be the true solution for all monetization in this game. I think it'll allow those bundles that I was talking about earlier to be sold for cheaper. I think Second Dinner would be making a lot more money in the game. And what I think that is for them to lean more into not just variants, but cool, true ultimate variants with animations that actually, when you play them in a game, do something sort of epic. They're rare cards. And I'm just going to give you some examples here. This is cool. Like, I like some animation here. You can see it move a little bit, but it's not anything all that exciting, right? In certain cards in game, you know, when you slam Hulk down or She-Hulk down, it does something. But can you imagine if, I'm just going to use Wasp, for example, if there was a expensive version of Wasp that she would come in, when you play that card, Wasp actually comes off of the card, flies down and does whatever it does that makes actual sense for the interaction. Deadpool. You know, if when you play Deadpool, a certain Deadpool card, the true ultimate Deadpool card, you lay him down, there's something that he does that maybe makes funny quips. When you destroy him, maybe he does something where he actually blows up and makes a joke about coming back again. Something that's sort of epic, and give a different couple varieties to it. And I know that takes work. I get it. It's not as simple as just, you know, copying some art from the comics and putting it on a card and putting some animation on it. I get that. But if you can do those sort of things, and some of these like more epic cards, some of these more rare cards, Wolverine, if you've got him come out there and he's slashing things and like he comes out of the card and like rips through the screen or something as the ultimate version, there are going to be whales who want to spend on that. They're going to want, oh, well, I've got this super rare, and this is how all card collections work. Pokemon, that's the ultimate rare card. It's worth more. People are more willing to spend on it. When you get a Mystique that's super rare, she comes out and does more of a clone where it actually, you know, goes over to the card. And I don't want to take a bunch of time with these animations because we want the games to be quick, right? But there can be something quick and it's entertaining to you that you feel good about using the card. Even Rogue. How Rogue can't copy Captain Marvel in this game boggles me, but it's cool to see the card come and fly out. But maybe there's an ultimate version that does a little bit something more. Punisher. He jumps out of the card and just starts shooting everything on the screen. Juggernaut, same sort of thing where he comes out and just comes through the screen and like makes it look like it's breaking the glass. I think that would be amazing. We talked about Iceman in Discord, link in the description below. If he pops out of his card, instead of just shooting the blast, he pops out of the card and does a slide down your enemy's cards and then swings back in. It can be the same amount of time, but that would be really sort of sweet, or maybe a little bit longer. Scorpion could be sort of the same thing where he comes out of the card and the tail whips a little bit more. Everybody thirsts over Emma Frost. White Queen, have her turn into some diamond shape, have her come out of the card a little bit. Could be awesome. Cyclops, just shoot his, you know, comes through, puts the side of the thing and just blasts everything in range and just, again, show something awesome with that. While I like the Venom animation, I think there could be something a little bit more with the ultimate card where it just sort of encompasses everything again. The opportunities here, I truly think, are endless. You can go through all of these cards, all the different variants, and truly have, I mean, even Dracula. Can you imagine him coming in and he's biting the neck of something? These sort of ultimate variants could really, really sort of help with the monetization and make them so they're pretty rare and hard to get. You can also have events with these where that free-to-play players can get some, where it's, if you complete so many of this or do so many of that, win so many games, it can be in the season. It can be the ultimate reward for that thing by just playing the game, because that's part of the incentives that they've got here too, is they want us to just play the game. So I think if they throw things like that in there, I'm sure there's a billion different other options in here that you could come up with to make a really cool ultimate animation with the card that when you play it, it is awesome. League of Legends is always the model that I really sort of look at for a lot of games, where they just introduce a lot of new things, characters, cards, whatever it might be. So it's a collector, and there's balancing that needs to happen with all the different aspects of each character, but their biggest model is their cosmetics. They put a lot of effort into making different skins, different animations, different voices, and they sell a ton. The game is uber successful. So I'm hoping they lean into that a little bit. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Do you think it's a true answer to monetization? Do you care at all? Do you want to see Hobgoblin sort of really do a little bit more? Again, the key to some of this is you don't want it to take a bunch more time, because people are already complaining about like Kang's animation, which is awesome, but it's too long. People don't like it to be too long. Now, Kang's a little bit different because you have to redo everything, but you get the idea. You want to keep those animations short. So how do you think they could monetize? What would you be interested in spending on? I'd love to hear your comments below. Even if you're a free-to-play player, what would be something that you'd be interested in spending on? Even $1. I'd spend $1 for what? What animations would you love to see in the game, or what super rare cards? Comment below, come to the Discord, which is linked in the description below. If this video has been helpful for you at all, please consider hammering down on that like button. If you'd like to subscribe, we're trying to grow the channel, very much appreciated. Share with your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, so we can get some more subs, views, hammers of like buttons down. Again, it's always appreciated as we're trying to grow and give good content for you. Let me know what content you'd like to see in the future. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.